Hello guys, you all are welcome back to OMG Tech. This is a continuation of our Python beginners class. This is part 2. Like I told you, we'll be having a Python beginners to advanced series here on YouTube. So if you've not subscribed, please do it to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified whenever we drop a video, because I'm sure when we're done, like, you'll be happy with yourself. You'll be happy you took the class, because we'll be doing a lot of stuff and you'll learn a lot, and I'm sure you start earning with the knowledge. Okay, so today's class will be laying emphasis on understanding Python data types and how to manipulate strings. Okay, but before I do that, I realized there was something I did not do in our last class, and I'm really sorry about that. I guess I assume we all are familiar to VS Code. So for those of you that are just new to VS Code, I'm really sorry. So I discovered I not really talk about how this Python series got here, how we started doing stuff like that. So before we just go into today's class, let's do that. Okay. So it's very simple. What you do is that whatever system you are using, be it Windows, Mac, Linux, just go to your desktop, create a folder. So let's say you want to create a folder for this lecture. So I'll just come create a folder. Let me call the folder Python lectures. Okay, this is a folder here, Python lectures. So what I'll do is that I'll go to my Visual Studio Code. This, you see this file here, click on file, then look for add folder to workspace, because these are our workspace, these are our working environment. I think I will dedicate one class in explaining everything about VS Code, but that's not our main focus now. So add folder to workspace. When I come here, you see I have different options. I can add folder from document, download, application, but I want to add from desktop. What's the name of the folder I just created? Python lectures. So click on the Python lectures, then you add it. You can see that the Python lecture is already here. So this is like, I want to create another folder because I'm having different classes. I have Python, I have day1, day2. So let me call this new folder, let me call it class 1. Let me create another one and call it class 2. Okay, so let's just assume class 1 was for yesterday and class 2 is for today. So what am I going to do? I told you, for you to create a Python file or a Python script, they always have the .py extension. So let's create a script or a file for us to run our program. Just come here, create a new file. Let's call it main.py. So you can see the Python symbol is already here. So this is a .py file. So our main.py is already here. Okay, then the next question is, how do we get this how do we call this py to be running on our, how do we call this file to be running on our terminal? It's very easy. You see, just see this same place, just come to terminal, click on terminal, you see new terminal. You have different options. These are different projects I'm working on. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to remove it. Take the next class, you won't see them here. Okay, so Python lectures, right? Then you can see these are working directories already showing Python lectures. But how can I get to this .py file? How will I get here? It's very easy. For you to get to this .py file, you need to enter into this folder. I think there's also a class I'll dedicate on teaching and explaining about how to use your terminal, how to work with your terminal. So what I'll do is that there's what we call current directory. Our current directory as of now is this Python lectures. So I have to move into this Python lectures. So for me to do that, I'll just cd into, I'm already Python lectures. I have to cd into class 2 because this is where my main.py file is. succeed into class 2, you can see I'm already in class 2. So I can now run this my main.py file. So let me create, I thought about print yesterday. So let me just create something. Let's see. Welcome to today's. So I'm using single. Welcome to today's class. OMG. Thank you. Okay, so I'll just do like I told you. I know you guys are already used to it. Just say Python. You call your Python script, then you run your script Python main.py. Welcome to today's class, OMG. You see, it's very easy. Okay, so let's go back to today's class. That's what I just wanted to show you. So I can now delete this from here, and also you can remove. I'm not working with this one, so you can remove it. Just right click, you see remove folder from workspace. It's no longer in my workspace. So this is day 2. I'm already in my day 2. So at the end of each class there's always a project. So I want to run the project we have for today because that's our focus, and I want you to pay attention because everything I use in building this project is what I'll be teaching you, and you'll be doing the project by yourself. I think I'll do solution to all the projects I've done maybe at the end of 3 videos or 5 videos. Maybe I'll do a solution, but for now try and do it yourself because programming is something you practice. If you don't practice it, you can't get used to it. So I urge you to try your best and do it. It's not always easy, so but just try your best. Okay, so my project is always in my project file, and I will not want to open it for you so that you not spy my code, so that you do your code by yourself. Okay, so let me run my project. Python. Hope you can see my terminal very. Let me increase it. I think it's too big. Sorry. Python project.py. Okay, so what I developed at the end of this class is a bill splitter calculator. So let me explain to you what does this bill splitter calculator does. How does it operate? The bill splitter calculator is just like a calculator. I told you from the beginning that Python is a very sweet language. Use Python for making app, anything. So if you are good, if you are good with Python, you start making things for yourself, for your friends. It makes life easy for you. So what is this bill splitter calculator doing? Let's say maybe you went out with your guys, your friends. Let's say people are like 4 to 7 in numbers. Then after hanging out, you bought food, drinks, and then you decide to split the bill with each other. And so I think there will be no time for you guys start calculating, okay, how much are we going to pay, and let's do this. You'll be wasting time. You just bring out your bill splitter, then you do the work for you. Just put the bill. Okay, so let's say you guys went out. So look at it. I don't see what was the total bill. Okay, let's say I went with my friends. Who are my friends? Lashe, Evans, KDK, Femi, Ayo, there's so many. Okay, let's say we just hang out, so decide to split the bill. So sorry about that. So we decide to split the bill. Okay, so what was the total bill? Let's say the total bill was $550. So let's say $550. So how many people to split the bill? So I'm splitting the bill with 5 of my friends, including me. Okay, 4 of my friends, including making it 5. Okay. What percentage tip would you like to give? So let's say would like to give tip to the waiter or waitress because we're cool guys, we're generous, just love that. Okay, so let's say I would like to let's give a 12%, let's give a 12% tip. So just put your 12. So each person should pay $123.2. Oh, I forgot to put the dollar at the end, and put it for yourself. Okay, so, and if you calculate it, let's try and do some maths here. Another thing with programming, you have to be good with maths, at least to some extent. So let's try and see. Me explaining it, basically I'll be giving you solution to it. But if you do the calculation, you see that it's correct. Let's try something that will be simple. Let's say let's do another one. Let me clear this. Sorry. Okay, let's say Python project.py. Welcome to the bill splitter. What was the total bill? Let's say the total bill was $200. How many people to split the bill? Let's just say we are just 2. So what percentage tip would you like to give? I say I want to give a 10% tip. You see, each person is to pay $110. I decided to do this because it will be easier to calculate. So my total bill was 200. 10% of 200 is what? Is 20. 20 plus 200 is what? 220. If I share 220 with 2 people, they are going to pay what? 110. So this is what you are going to be doing at the end of the class, at the end of the lecture. So make sure you pay attention, and I'll be expecting comment on it on the comment section. Let's engage. Okay, let me see if you are getting it or not. Okay, so like I told you, our today's class is understanding Python data type and how to manipulate data. So we'll be doing data types, number operations, type conversion, and there's something we call f-string. We'll do f-string also. Okay, so talking about data types in Python or programming language in general. Okay, let me come down to Python. We have different data types. There are a whole lot of data types out there, but we'll be talking about the most important and the most basic data types for now. For this our level, it's a beginner class, so as we advance, as we go intermediate, we'll talk about more. So the 4 basic data types I'm talking about today is the string, the integer, the float, and the boolean. The string, integer, the float, and the boolean. We have other data types which include list, tuple, bytes, date, time, sets, and so on and so forth. But let's just focus on this one. Let me come to my main.py. I love working with this my environment very well. Okay, so from the last class we already did something on string. So let's just continue from string. So data types. What are datas? That's another question. That's something you're supposed to know. Okay, so the string as a data type is a group of characters bounded with quotation, showing the beginning and the end. So the string as a data type is a group of characters bounded with quotation. So let's say I want to print a string data. It's a group of characters bounded with quotation. These are quotation. Either you use your double quote or your single quote, which other one is correct. So let's say log python main.py. Oh, sorry about that. log. So group of characters bounded with quotation. This is string. So let me just print my name Omajua python main.py. Okay, that's Omajua. Let's do it here. Okay. Yes, so in string there's what we call index. That's what we call indexing. That's what we call indexing in string. We in how will I explain this? Okay, in Python or in programming as a whole, our index begins with 0. This is where we count any string. We start at index 0. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if you understand. We can pull a particular alphabet from a string in what we call subscripting. A particular element can be pulled from a string by what we call subscripting. So subscripting is the process of pulling a particular element out of a string. So let's say I want to index this 0. What I'll just do, we do that with the use of our square bracket. Then we'll call the particular index we want to call out. So I can say print Omanjoa at index 0. Let's see what is it going to give us. It's giving us O. Like I told you, in programming, our index starts from 0. So me printing Omanjoa at index 0 is giving me O. Let me print Omanjoa at index 2. Yes, what is it going to give me? I guess you guessed right. A 0, 1, 2. Omanjoa at index 5. W. Wow. Okay. Sorry. So that you will not get confused, my system, there's a plugin I'm using that automatically whatever I'm typing is saving. Make sure that whatever you are doing, when you make any changes to your script, you save. You can save by Ctrl S. In Windows you use Ctrl S, while in Mac you use Command S. So make sure you are saving, so that when you are trying to do your own, to not look as if performing magic. You will not be like, but you were just pressing it and it was just working. How come my own is not working? So please. That aside, I think the reason why I'm just beating around the surface, I'm trying not to go too deep so that you will not get confused, because I will still do all this and more. So I don't know if you get the explanation I was trying to give on index. Index is just like the number a particular alphabet is in a particular string. So this is usually got with the use of square brackets, and you can pull out a particular number. There's a reason for all this, and we'll get that. Maybe when we start doing examples and the rest, we'll get that. So the other data type I told you I would like to talk about is the data types. Hope you all remember about commenting. So we have different data types. Let's say the first one is the string. The second one, integer. The third one is our what? Should I say boolean? Boolean should be the fourth now. Let me make the third one float. These are the 4 I'll be talking about. So it's important to comment all this. Okay. So we talk about string already. So the integer as a data types. Integer, in mathematics and everything, integer I mean this thing. Integer, these are actual real numbers without decimal point. It can be either positive or negative numbers without points. So I can say print 300 Python by 300. So let's say print 400 python main.py 300 400. So integer, these are just positive and negative. Let's say print minus 400. Let's say minus 400. So this is simply integer. Okay, so the next data type we're having is float. Float is just integer with decimal point, floating point numbers. Float, see, just like the decimal point is floating. When integers are positive or negative with decimal point, they are referred to as floating numbers. So if I have something like 3.4, it's no longer an integer, it's now a float. 3.4. I'm sure you understand this more when we start doing examples and start working on some projects. So Boolean is simply true or false statement. Boolean is very simple. In life we have two ways: either this thing is true or false, positive or negative, real or not real. Okay, so Boolean is just simply true or false. I can say print, and note, the true in Python is capital letter, then the false also, the beginning of the F is capital letter. So you can see print true. But if I say print true, let's see, we run into an error, because you know why? This thing is seeing it as a string without quotation, but assuming I put the T as capital letter, to know that, oh, you are talking about Boolean. So these are just the 4 basic data types. There's nothing really much to explain on them. I think we'll explain it more on examples and the rest. So another thing I said we'll be doing is the string manipulation. What is string manipulation? String manipulation is just simply the process of converting one data types to another. One data types to another. There's a way we can check for the data types of anything we are doing. We use the type function. I told you Python have inbuilt functions. We have different ones. I think you can still do your personal studies on them. We have the length, we have the print, we have the input, we have the type, we have the strint, floats. There are just so much. We have the round, we have the numpy. There's some. Oh, sorry, numpy is not a data type. Something else. Okay, there's just so much. So just do your research on them. So the type function in Python is used to check for the data type. So let's check for the data type of everything we'll be talking and see how far we are going. So I said this. Okay, let me create a variable. Number equals to 300. So let me print number. Python main.py. Okay, number is 300. So I want to check for the data type. I already told you that this number is an integer. So let me check for the data type of this number. Why am I checking for the data type? You will know shortly. So to do that, I'll just say type number, but you now have to print it. So instead of this, let me just come here, print the type of what number. So let's see what's going to give us. It's of the class integer. So There's also what we call class. There's what we call function. Sorry, but you understand everything very soon. I don't want to confuse you. So the data type for this is integer. So let's check. Let me change this one to true, and let's see the data type. Boolean. I told you. Let me change this guy to hello. Let's see the data type. String. Let me change this one to 4.5. Let's see the data type. Float. So these are the 4 basic data type I'm talking about: integer, boolean, string, and float. So I told you, whenever an integer is having decimal point, is no longer an integer. It's now of the data type it's now the data type float. Okay. Also, let me do something. I did something like this, hello, and it was telling me it was string. Who can tell me what will happen if I not put my quotation and just say hello? Let me check. What will happen? Guess. To be a one-time error. Because why? This is not a string. What is a string? A string is a group of characters bounded with what's quotation, either double quote or single quote. So don't forget. And I taught you how to debug the last time. Always make sure you check your error log. You see name error. Name hello is not defined. So you're seeing hello as something that is not defined. And the easiest way to do that, just copy this, paste it to your Google. You see that the internet is wide for all of us. Programming has been made so easy. You see that somebody already have similar issue, then you can easily solve your problem. So after the correction, you see is of the data type string. So string manipulation is just a way of converting from one data type to another. You might be asking, why is it that why do we want to convert from one data type to another? Okay, we convert from one data type to another because we want to suit our various use. Like, let's say which example we like? Okay. You see these functions. There's a way they are designed. I know the computer is something that you know. Computer from primary school days, they will tell you garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you give to the computer, that's what the computer gives to you. So you see the way this print function was being designed, or the way different functions are designed, they have different means. So the only way they will give you your desired result is what you give to them, what they were designed to receive. Okay, let me use the example. Let's say we have a grinding machine that is being designed to grind pepper and tomato. So when we put, let's just say a blender. So the blender is going to work very well when you put what it was designed to do. Let's say you put pepper inside the blender, it will blend it for you. You put onion, it will blend it for you. Put which other thing? Tomato, to blend it for you. Okay, what will happen if you put a rock inside your blender? Who can tell me what will happen? You already know what will happen. When you put a rock inside your blender, it will I don't even know the word that I will use. Your blender, the blade will just, if possible, to bend. The blender will be destroyed. So that's what happens when you give to the computer what it was not expecting. So this let me remove all this. The input function was designed to always return a string. The input function was designed to always return a string. So no matter what you are giving to it, it was the way it was being developed, the way it was being. Very soon you all know how to create a function is to return a string. So let me say I'm asking a question now that um how sorry how old are you? So I'm expecting you to give me an answer. So let me call this one age. Okay, input age. How old are you? Okay, let me clear this. So python main.py. So how old are you? Okay, so if I say 12 years old, do you know this 12 years old now is saved inside this age variable? Who can tell me, who can guess what it saves as? I told you input was being designed to take a string, but I just imputed an integer here. But when I check for the data type, let me check for the data type. Print type of age. Let me see. Let's see what it's going to give us. Let's go again. Let me collect this. Python.py. How old are you? I'm 12 years old. It's giving me data type of string. But you may be wondering, but I imputed an integer here. Why is it giving me a string? Like I told you, the input function is being designed to return a string. So as the print function, most functions are designed to return a string. So the reason for you to convert from one data type to another is for you to suit your need. So for me to get this as an integer, what am I going to do? I'll have to convert this thing. I'll have to convert it to a string. And how do we do that? Sorry, to convert it to an integer. We convert from one data type to another with the use of that function. Let's see, let me call this one age is equals to 12. Age is 12. I want to teach you data conversion now. Age is 12. Print type of age. What is it going to give us? Integer, right? I can convert this age to a string just by the use of the function str. With this, I can convert to a string. This is a function also, a function that has been developed to convert whatsoever thing you want to convert to a string. So how do I do that? I can just say, let me create another variable. Let me call it new age equals to new age is equals to what? Str of age. So let me print. If I print the type of age, let's watch. What is it going to give me? It's giving me an integer. But let me print the type of new age. You can guess what it will give me. To give me a string, class of string. Is there any confusion? Are you understanding it? Is it confusing? Just check through it very well. Look at it very well. It's very simple. Are you getting it? Are you there? Are you there? So did you see how I did that just now? What I just did, I just converted from integer to string. I can still convert this to float. Let me clear this. I can still convert to float just by changing it to what? Float. You convert to float with the use of the float this thing. So Python what? Print.py. So is it print? Python main dot. See, the class is now of class float. Class of my new age is now of class float. I can see convert. Let's see. Let's do something else. Let's see. My name is what? Have I converted? What have I not converted to? to an integer. Okay, let's see. My name is what? Omadua. This is a string, right? Let me print the type of name. What is it going to give me? String, right? So let me convert it. New name is equals to int of name. What is it going to give me? Then I'm gonna print out my new name, right? Hey, invalid literal for int with base 10. Hey, sorry. Base 10. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about that. I cannot convert. I was trying to convert a string to a base 10. So my computer is already shouting. See, I told you that what is a string? A string is a what? A string is a group of characters bounded with quotation. Do you know that this 12 normally is supposed to be an integer, but since I'm bounding it with quotation, this is no longer an integer, it's now a string. Let me check. Let's check and see. Print the type of what name. What's it going to give us? Let me collect this. Python main.py. It's giving us a string. Because what? This is a string of characters. So let me say new name equals to, let's convert to integer. Int of what? Name. So let me print new name. Yes, new name. So you see, since I converted this name to integer, new name is now giving me what? Int. I don't know if you are getting it. So you convert from one data type to another with the use of their, should I call it their initials? Not like initials, but just know, for you to convert to integer, use int. For you to convert to float, you use float. For you to convert to string, you use str. Okay, so let's do something, because there's a reason. There are reasons we are learning all these things. Let's say we have a program. Let me clear this. Okay, so let's say we have a program that is saying, let's see, let me call this one what would I call it now? Something. So input type a 2-digit number. Okay. So let's say let me call this one. Let me call it something. Let me call it program. So my program is saying type a 2-digit number. I told you this input, it was being designed to return a string. So type a 2-digit number. Let me run it. So I type 24. But I want a situation. Let's say a client comes to me and said, I want a situation whereby I will ask users to type a 2-digit number, and when they do that, I want to add the 2-digit numbers together. How am I going to do that? You see the reason why I'm trying to. Okay, see, let me tell you something. Programmers are expected to be critical thinkers. You think, because clients, they will just come to you, they just tell you whatever they want to tell you. It's not left for you to know how to give them solution to their problem. So look at this one now. I said I want a program whereby I take a 2-digit number from my users, then I want to add them up. How am I going to do that? Now that means I want a situation whereby if I take 24, the result will be 6. So I will not think, wow, that's interesting. So first of all, I need to collect the 2-digit number separately. How will I do that? I do that with what we call indexing. I told you this input is returning a string. So with the help of indexing, I can collect the first one and the second one. So I can now say first number is equals to my program at index 0. Let's see if what I did is correct. Print first number. You see, 23. My first number is giving me what? 2. So that means I can still get the second number. Second number is equals to program at index 1. Let me print second number also. Print second number. Let's say 45 or 47. So first number is 4, second number is 7. Okay, so I've successfully collected the first and second number from my user. Then the next thing is to add them together. So normally, can I not say result is equals to first number plus first number plus second number. Let me see. I print results. What is it going to give me? Let's see. Let me 67. Name error. First. No. Oh, sorry. I'll need S and T. Sorry about that. I'll play this. So Python main.py. So let's say 89. So you see, it's giving me 89 back. And I'm looking for a situation whereby it will add these two numbers for me. You can't tell me why it's giving me 89 back. You know why it's giving me 89 back? Because I'm adding the strings back. It's as if I'm adding 8 and 9 back as a string to give me 89. So for me to be able to get the result, I need to convert first number and second number to an integer because I return a string. I told you anything imputed with the input function return a string. So for me to get my desired result, I can just convert this guy to an integer. Convert this to an integer. Let me clear this. Python main.py. So let's say I'm collecting 36. 3 plus 6 is what? Is 9. So I don't know, do you understand what's going on? Type a 2-digit number, then I use the indexing I just taught you to collect the first and the second one. Printing the first and second one, I'm getting there. When I try adding my results together, it was as if I was adding strings back. See, when you add string, when you concatenate string, it will give you the string back. Let's say for example now, I want to concatenate first name. My first name is what? Let's say my first name is Omajua. then my second name is what? Let me see, my second name is Ortega. Okay, so if I want to concatenate these two, can you just say full name is equals to what? First name plus second name. What is it going to give me? Print full name. Let me comment this at perfect 9 Omajuatiga. I think this example is somehow okay. Let me do something. Let me say first name is 12, second name is 24. If I first name plus second name, you think it's going to give me 46? 12 plus 4? No, it's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4. Because of this space, let me go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know why it's giving me 1, 2, 3, 4? When you are concatenating string, it adds them together. And it's when you are concatenating numbers that gives you something different. So I think I'm taking too much time in this video, but I think it's worth it. Okay, so the next thing I was supposed to explain is basic mathematical operators. So normally you use Python to do basic mathematical operators. You can say I can print 2 plus 4. Let me clear this. Python main.py 2 plus 4 is 6. I can say 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. I can say 2 times 4. Use the asterisk as your times in Python. 2 times 4 is 8. I can say 2 divided by 4. 2 divided by 4 is what? 0.5. Then you can also get raised to power. Raised to power is when we use asterisk twice. 2 to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 4 is what? 2 times 2 times 2 times, that should be 16. 16. Okay, so I can also say it's what we call mode. No, sorry. When we use double divide, you know what it's doing? It will just give you, without giving you the remainder, without giving you, let's say you want to eliminate the decimal point. Normally 3 divided by 2 is not 1.5, right? But if I use mode, if I do double divide like this, I'll get 1, because it's just giving you the whole number without the remainder. So these are just basic operators in this thing. Then also, I want you to know that in mathematical operators in Python, just like your secondary school, they use the same sequence. They use the same when carrying out a long mathematical operation. We use BODMAS. What's BODMAS? Brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Use that order to carry it out. Or they use PEMDAS, parentheses, exponential, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So whenever you are being given a large operator, let's say maybe I'll give you something like this. Print. Let me just say operations is equals to 2 plus bracket 3 times 4 minus 6 divided by 2. So like I told you, we use either the BODMAS or the PEMDAS. What is this? BODMAS, bracket of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, or what? Parentheses, exponential, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So this multiplication and division, anyone can come first, but it usually works from left to right, so you can add LR to both parts. It's not important though. So this operation here now, from what we have here, it's telling you that we operate with our bracket first. So we need to do 3 times 4, 12 first. 12. So 3 times 4 will give you what? 12, right? Then the next thing, off. There is no off here. There is no. Okay. This division. Okay, then the next thing is 6 divided by this will give you what? 3. Then addition first. So 12 plus 2, 14. Minus 3, 11. So I think our solution was supposed to give 11. If I'm right to operations. 99. More up 11. Just feel like taking too much time on this. Okay. 11. So just know that your operation in mathematics is the same thing as your operation in Python. Python can do basic arithmetic operations. As a programmer, you need to have knowledge on mathematics. It's very important, mostly when you want to go advanced. But if you don't, you can learn here. It's not difficult. So this is that for mathematical operation. The last thing we are going to be doing is F string. What is F string? As the name implies, F string is just like adding F to your string. What F string does is that you cannot combine. When you try to initially we're concatenating with the plus sign and the rest. When you add different data types together, it will give you error. So let's try it. But what am I going to? Okay, let's see. Age is equals to 12. Name is equals to OMG. Married. No, I'm not talking about marriage. Educated. Let's see, is equals to 2. Okay, so let's say we want to put all this in a statement. We want to put all this in a single sentence. It's basically, we are supposed to just concatenate. You can just say print. Let me just say print age plus OMG plus educated. Let's run it. It's to give us error. Name error. OMG is not defined. OMG was sorry. It was supposed to be string. See why it's important to know how to read your error message. Let me clear it. I run it again. Print main.py. What happened? Clear. Oh. Python main.py. Okay, name error. Name OMG is not defined. Print age plus OMG plus. You know why? It's because of different data type. You cannot concatenate with different data type. So let's say assuming I want to just write a full sentence. Let's see a string. My name is. I was supposed to concatenate, right? My name is name, and I am dash years. So instead of passing through all this stress that will still give you error, the best way to do that is just by the using of f-string. What f-string does, f-string is used to add different data types together, just with the introduction of the word f before the string and introduction of curly braces inside your quotation. So if I want to print this with the concept of f-string, I will just say print f, then your string, f-string. Very simple. Python is very simple. Just remember, I can just say my name is curly braces, then I will now put what my name there, name, and I dash Apple age years old, full stop. How will I add this educated? I don't know how to add this last. Okay, let's just say sorry for the sentence. Educated is, okay, let's say education is equals to, so put our educated there. So let's try run this and see. This is very left Python main.py. So you see, my name is OMG and I'm 12 years old. Educated is equals to true. So the f string, you can add different data types together. So I think that will be all for today's class. I'll be waiting for, you see the final project we did. With all these things we've been taught, we should be able to do this bill splitter calculator. What was the total bill? 3, 4, 5. How many people to split the bill? 7. What percentage? I'm 15 percentage. This person should pay big. So that's it. I forgot to add this up. I round it up to 2 decimal points. So you can you on your own round it up. I think when I'm doing the solution, I'll round it up. So with everything we've done, you should be able to do this. So if there's nothing, if there's anything I find it difficult to understand, just go back to the videos, make your research online. Another thing I forgot to mention, Python uses snake casing. See, when I've been creating different things, I always use underscore because Python uses snake casing. JavaScript uses camel casing. So that's just it for today's class. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified. Thank you.